All right, so I'm back in Alaska. Let's go over a couple things here. I didn't get everything I wanted. I got a lot of things that I feel like I couldn't have got here for, what I got there. So I'm happy with what I got. I'm also back home, which I'm happy with. But I didn't get the wash machine. I didn't get solar panels, didn't get a water maker, nothing like that. I kind of fell behind because of a lot of things. This is what I'm making this video. So I got a jet ski. I think it's kind of stupid, but I like it. The Ford Explorer set me back. I got it. It had a water pump leak, as you've seen. Set me behind. I was in Texas not just to buy things, but I was actually getting my house ready. So I was actually working on the house. Had to actually tear apart the engine on my car. And then the whole reason I'm making this video is because somebody, while I was in Texas, was towing a boat and hit my boat in the rear, causing some damage. So I was kind of, I wasn't happy in the moment, and I wasn't going to post any video about what happened until, I had things resolved. I also didn't want to go forward with a bunch of videos and then come with that later, as it would be kind of a weird in the form of timeline stuff. So yes, my boat was hit and damaged. No, it wasn't bad. I mean, luckily I have a steel boat. The whole reason I bought the boat was because it's strong. So I'll go show you the damage here in a little bit. But yes, I'll show you guys here. I'm right here at the thing. So right out here, there's like this whole dock does this, it kind of blocks off everything. So you have to come through this way. And as someone came through here, they were trying to tow this way and they ran into the back of the boat. Like I said, it's not super bad damage. I'll show you in a second, but it was frustrating and it kind of put me behind on a lot of things. I didn't want to not, I don't know, it just put me behind. I was behind on a lot of stuff, and now I guess I'm letting you guys know what happened. But yeah, I'll go up and I'll show you. Mind you, it is core sealed, so it's going to look a little gross at the moment. It's going to look black and like there's like this stuff all over it. Mainly because I was not here when it happened. It did take paint off to go to bare metal. And my girl, I told her just to core seal it as it rusted, just to make sure the rust was converted. Because surface rust is gonna rust fast here. So that's what you're seeing. That looks black on the surface of the stuff, but it's also too cold and wet to do anything. So I'm just gonna let it sit with the core seal on it for a while. And as you see, this top deck is horrible. So not only am I going to fix that over the summer when it gets warm enough to actually use some epoxy and, all the stuff I want to do. So I'm just going to have to leave it core sealed for now, but I do want to show you guys what actually happened. Let's go up here. So this is actually the inside portion. It actually dented the boat inward some. And this is the outside portion. And then right there as well. Luckily it's not where I've been worked yet, but still put a dent in my boat and I really wasn't happy. Also, I guess you can see how the jet ski's faring. It's just hanging back here. It's got water in it right now. But yeah, it's a cold, windy day here. There's a lot of stuff I need to do now. I'm actually going to pull the generator apart next, try to get it on the boat and get it down in the engine room somehow. But on to other things. Alright, so I gotta get this generator out. It's kind of strapped in there by the seatbelt and stuff, so it's gonna take me a second. And then I'm gonna try to pull the engine off of the generator part and see where I can go from there. Alright, so I'm kind of just pulling the engine out to angle it around so I can get access to the bolts, so I can pull this generator portion off. It was strapped in pretty well, and also I had all kinds of stuff, tools and jacks and stuff in the way, so kind of why I'm fiddling around with all this, saying hi to the people, and getting this all in the boat in one piece would have been really hard. So I feel like doing this was a. All right, I got this turned around. I'm gonna go grab some tools. I'm gonna pull this off and see what I can do about separating these two. Get some of this stuff out of the way, maybe throw it away, throw the box away and put that somewhere, but I'm gonna try and get this apart and in the boat today. So we'll see how that works. Not much daylight, not much to work with. We'll see how it goes. All right, so I started with the harness on this, getting the harness off so I could pull, like I said, the generator portion off. And getting this box portion, I felt like maybe would help me. I thought maybe I could pull this box portion off completely, making everything lighter and making it less of a big awkward object. It didn't really work as I wanted. It kind of did, kind of didn't. I kind of took it all apart. And that being that, I got all the bolts. There are two bolts underneath this box that you had to get access to either way, so it's kind of a must do. Um, I pulled all 8 bolts off for the generator portion, and I started prying, and I was kind of scared that I was going to damage something. So I eventually, in another clip, which I didn't actually end up recording, I pull the starter off so that I can make sure there's no like flywheel bolts or anything like that. This is why the starter just disappears here. And in doing so, I made sure it wasn't attached and it was just, you had to pull it off. It was just on for a very long time. So kind of seized on there. Eventually pried it off. Me just inspecting it, making sure nothing's crazy going on. And there it's off. I'm about to go throw it in the wagon. Notice the box is still attached. So why did I take it apart? Good question. And this is the actual generator portion, or the, I guess, the winding, whatever you want to call it. Pulling this off once again just to make this whole assembly lighter and get this all in the boat. All right, so I didn't video me getting this on the boat. I used my main winch, the red line, and I just hoisted it on the boat. Also, it was a beautiful day, so I went jet skiing. So, I mean, ooh, get past this. Look at this day. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a lot of stuff off of this so I can pretty much tear it down to get it lighter and easier to pull down into the engine bay.